IBCC shop. I can't speak this morning. Hello, Retro City. Sorry, how are you? How's it? I'm back home. Yep, I'm in the backyard right now. Romeo is running around torturing the next door neighbor's dog. Lily is, I don't know where. She's somewhere, but everybody's home now. Managed to get back from Ottawa. Yesterday I just crashed. I didn't do anything. I slept. And I still feel like crud. Anyways, I am here. There's no strike in the near future, so that's good. Good morning, Spaz. Good morning, Baby Needs Shoes. Good morning, IJ, KLM, Thrifty Finds, Topiary, Nest Nook. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. As always, feel free to share your shows, ask your questions. If you want follows. Good morning, Jen's Attic Treasures. How are you, Jen? Good morning, Sarsaparilla. How are you? So yeah, if you have questions, let me know. Good morning, Nest Nook. I love that name. Hi, Sarsaparilla. So yeah, as you can see, no makeup. No, not a spit of makeup on. Just trying to actually just function this morning. So, wake me up by asking me questions or something. I'm also going to I have to go through all the stuff that I bought in England. So if you're up for it, I will. Oh, thank you, Jen. You're very sweet. I'm just so tired right now. I just don't have the energy. So I have a bunch of stuff that, Red Bull and espresso, that would make me so anxious. I wouldn't know what to do. Good morning, Millicent. How are you? How are you this morning? But it sounds like a good idea. Just Thrifts. How are you? Good morning. Sorry, I forgot to charge my other phone, so I'm gonna have to run all this stuff and do all this stuff from this phone. Prairie Nights. Good morning. Baseballcardstore.ca. What's up? How are you? Hi, Duchess Thrifts. So ask your questions. Dan, what's up? Bullionaire, what's up? How's the gold market today? Hi, Kitten Lady Rescue. Thank you, Nietzsche. Good morning. So I'm gonna open up my stuff, but you guys share your shows and ask your questions. Gold is great; it's always great. But has it gone up lately? Should I buy more? I first should probably buy more. Good morning, Baseball Card Store. Good morning, Prairie Nights. So I'm just gonna unwrap what I bought, Shauna, in England, because I haven't finished unpacking. Silver's gone up a lot. Oh, that's good to know. I got some silver stuff while I was away. Gold is king. And diamonds are a girl's best friend. So so I went, Canada Post is not on strike. You're all good. Canada Post is not on strike and isn't going to be on strike for a while. I guess I'll do that update now. Doodle-oo, doodle-oo, doodle-oo. That's the sound of the news alert. So good morning. Welcome to your Canada Post segment of the show where we discuss the Canada Post strike and if it's going to happen. So my Canada Post strike clock is still set at 5 minutes to midnight. I did set it back to 5 minutes while I was away, and that is because the Cup W, the members of the union, the 55,000 members, are now voting online for the contract package that Canada Post offered back in May. End of May. We're at almost at the end of July, and they're finally getting around to voting on it. Thank you so much, government, for doing these things so fast. I can't even speak this morning. Anyways, thank you for doing it so fast. This is amazing. Absolute great service. Same as you would expect from all other government agencies. So the vote started yesterday or 21st, whatever the 21st is. Monday. So the vote started on Monday. It is going until August 1st. And then after August 1st, they will announce the results. This is all being done online through, you get an email the members get an email with their ballot information, and then they go online and sign in with their secret everything, and then they vote yes or no. So if they vote yes, then we're totally done. If they vote yes, we're totally done. No more strike for this particular union for a while because they will have a new contract. If the members vote no, there is the possibility of a strike, which is why I'm still at 5 minutes to midnight. But the union did announce to its members and made a pinky promise that they would not go on rotating or full strikes if the vote was no, but that they would go back to the negotiation table. However, the history of these two parties and their ability to negotiate is like pathetic. So thank you, Millicent. Hey, Kay. So I don't expect in any way, shape, or form for them to like manage to negotiate a contract. I think this is going to end up in binding arbitration, which is the next step. Hey, Kay. Yeah, I'm back, sort of half back. I don't feel like I'm back. I'm very tired right now. So that's why it's a 5 minutes to midnight, because yes, they will negotiate for a couple of weeks. So that brings us into mid August. So you're probably safe until about mid August before there's the possibility of another strike. But at some point, the union's going to say, hey, government, will you please now push us for binding arbitration? And if the government refuses to push to binding arbitration because Canada Post doesn't want that, then we're going to be back at square one of them having to do some sort of strike. They're still refusing overtime, but because most businesses have rerouted their packages to other carriers, there is no overtime available because there aren't a lot of parcels getting through. Now, maybe with this vote and everything else and it being a longer time, I mean, I will be going with Canada Post for a while. Once I go off vacation mode, I'm still on vacation mode, but once I go off vacation mode on Whatnot, I will not select Chit Chats. I will stay with Canada Post because it's just down the street. I pass it all the time. It's a lot easier for me than driving 35 minutes to the Chit Chats drop off. But I might have to switch that in August. Hey, Bullioner, thank you. They're making me look half decent this morning. So tired. Good morning, Donna. Donna, remind me to get your chocolate out of the fridge before I see you on Saturday. I know, they're really cool. When I have pink ones, green ones, yellow ones, blue ones, white ones, clear ones, champagne ones. I have all these ones. And when I used to do TikTok, I'd have to go like this to prove that it wasn't a filter, because everyone would ask me what filter I was using. Right, where was I? Strike. So we're looking at mid-August, probably, before there is another strike if they vote no. So I have a poor connection. How poor is my connection, everybody? It just told me I had a poor connection. I don't even know if I'm connected to my home Wi-Fi. I can't tell. It does show Wi-Fi, so I might turn it off if it's really bad. Let me know if it's really bad and I will turn it off. And hello to everybody who's come in that I haven't had a chance to say hi to. I'm okay. I am ill. But also, okay. Thank you, Kay. All right, so I'm going to do some unboxing. You guys share your shows. Hi, Terry. Bye now, Shop59. Hello, how are you? So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I got. I will be coming to a Whatnot show in the future. I will be running most of this stuff. So if there is something that you're interested in, make sure you tell me so that I can make sure that I catalog it. But yeah, so I'm just going to show you. And I don't remember everywhere that I got some of these things, but I will try to remember. And again, feel free to ask your questions and share your shows. If I don't see it, please yell at me. Kay Mind Your Ink is a live painter. And if you want to watch, yes, everyone check out Kay Mind Your Ink. She does the most amazing live painting shows. And thank you, Millicent, for announcing that. On YouTube, the username is Whatnot App. And that is the official Whatnot YouTube. And they have created a new playlist that is of Whatnot Sellers shows. So you can watch past shows of Whatnot Sellers. It doesn't have all of them, but it has like some of the really cool ones. So I highly recommend checking that out. And they just like created this playlist. So it's brand new. So go check it out. You can subscribe to the playlist so that anytime they add new stuff, you can get in on it. And today, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they're going to be doing another show. And I believe the topic is trust and community, which is an awesome topic. And so I'm going to be doing a pop-up at 1:55 p.m. I'm probably going to be over at the auction site. I don't know, but I'll do a pop-up for 5 minutes and then we're going to raid into Whatnot Sellers. So don't come on over, come back and visit me, and we'll do a raid, because it's always fun to like raid into a show and yell out raid and stuff, isn't it? Anyway, so Whatnot, make sure that you're following Whatnot Sellers. If you're not following Whatnot Sellers, you need to. And thank you, Millicent. Everyone should follow Millicent too. She's awesome. Rebecca's Relics, how are you? So one of the things that I got it because of the balloon. It's a little, it's just it's, you know, it's got wear on it and everything, but I got it because it's like, and it needs a bath. But I got it because of the balloon, because those of you who don't know, there's a balloon festival every year in Bristol. And you often see in the summer, you'll often see before the balloon festival is in August. So we missed it. But yeah, so I had to get that because it reminded me of Bristol. It was just very cute. It's Freya Robert. Anyways, I just thought it was very cool. So I picked that up for a future sale. I'll do this. I have to pick which. So we went for dinner in Keynsham. It's spelled like key and sham, but you say Keynsham. It took me forever to say it properly. And this particular thing was in the window of this store, the thrift shop, but the thrift shop was closed. So I went back the next day. Now, sadly, it does not glow. I thought it glowed. That's why I ran back. Well, didn't run. I took the bus. But anyways, it's still super pretty. It's got its own floral frog. And I haven't looked it up yet, but it doesn't glow. I was hoping it might glow, but it does not glow, but I still love it. So yeah, isn't it cool? With the original frog. Usually you don't see the original frog. So I have to look it up. I'm sure it's something European. That's the cool thing about England, is when you go to thrift shops, like the clothing, everything is all European. So you get some really cool stuff. And you know, I love it too. Isn't it cool? I just love it. I love it. I love it so much. I love floral frogs to begin with. And this one doesn't have any chips or cracks or anything. So I took this in my carry-on luggage. It got carried onto the plane with me. I also got this old 8mm tin. I was hoping this stuff was actually in it, but I love that like all the things that they did was written on it. The openings, yeah, you can't put tea lights in it. It's a floral frog. So what you do, baseball card store, is that you put this holds the flowers in place, so you can make a nice display, because it kind of spreads out the flowers. So and I don't know why it's called a frog. I don't know why they called it a frog. I should look it up one day. It does not need to glow to use it. I know, Jen, but if it glowed, it would have been like extra special, because it was only £6. And yes, Donna asks, did you have to thrift an extra suitcase? I did. I got an extra carry-on. I was going to get an extra suitcase, but my husband said we didn't need it. And it turned out he was right. But I did force him to use a, we were bringing back his mom's ashes, or part of his mom's ashes. So, because she wanted to be part of her, she wanted so much, half of her buried in England and half of her buried in Canada. So, or spread out in Canada. So we've got her ashes. I don't know where he's put them in the house now, but they're in a box. But they have to go on carry-on. And so, he had this little bag for it, and I'm like, no, I have more stuff. So it was like one of these, but not with a UK, but you know, one of those shopping bags is what she was in her special bag, her special box, in a bag that Nick got that was really small. And then I made him put her in the bag, and then on top we put all the crisps. Good morning, Sassy Vintage Chick. I missed you too. Love you. Or straws. Straws is a great idea. I like that. I like that idea. Jen's Attic Treasure says, I've been using my floral frog all summer with wildflowers I've been picking on my walks. Floral frogs make it so easy too, right? And then you can just pull out what you need to. And yeah, I have tons of floral frogs, but when I saw this, it was a whole £6, which is like $12, but I thought it was worth it. And it came with me on the plane. Let's see. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this. This was my father-in-law gave this to me. This was my mother-in-law's cute little thing. A floral frog. So you put the flower stems in here into your vase or whatever, and then it holds your flowers just perfectly. It's a frog, but it's not a frog, but they call it a frog. And I don't know why. Now I need to find out. Do I have enough power to find out? We'll find out. Why is it called a floral frog? Also known as a Kenzan. No, that's a different kind of floral frog. Floral frogs are made out of different things. They've been used for centuries, notably in Japanese ikebana flower arranging. There you go. Also called a Kenzan. And there's different types of floral frogs. There's also the spiky ones. Japanese floral arrange. Yeah. So I love it. Anyways. Yeah, they don't start moving, and they actually, it spreads it out because of the angle. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a slight angle on each one of the holes. So depending on, so yeah, I know. And at my mother-in-law's graveside, they have floral frogs in the holders. Glass frogs are my favorite too. Malachi's Madhouse, how are you? Okay, what else is in here? Oh, I haven't tested it, but I got this little doggy. It's a doggy. I got this. It's so heavy. I got it at the Clifton car boot sale. Oh, submerged in water. That's brilliant, Millicent. I'm glad you figured it out. You're almost out of hot sauce already? Oh my gosh, isn't it the most amazing hot sauce ever? Oh no, these I have to research first because they're from a particular family that's not related to my husband's, but his grandmother inherited a bunch of stuff. Pewter. This one I think is probably like brass plated. I don't think it's brass. I think it's brass plated. It's extremely heavy. It's cast, and but it's a dog, so I had to get it. I'm gonna get you my boyfriend's. I gotta get my boyfriend's house because he's late. Mom collected and hoarded so much. Ooh, yes. Hey, thrifty mammy, how are you? I also got these football cards from 1958, 1959. They're all football clubs, including the Bristol Rovers in here. And there's the Motherwell club, and that's where my grandfather was born. So that's why I picked it up. So I probably keep like the Motherwell and the Bristol Rovers and sell the rest in an ephemera sale. Oh, and I let's see, yes, like Lassie. I know, isn't it cute? I also was when I was at the what's it called? Oh, I can't even remember now. The first car boot sale I went to that I was live, and then the phone got too hot because it was like 150,000 degrees in the sun there, or it felt like it. My phone died halfway. I was only like 10 minutes in. Is hearts there? So this I met the lady who made these. They're hand beaded. Football is hearts. Motherwell Rangers, Sheffield United, Bolton Wanderers, Tottenham Hotspur, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle United, Preston North End, Plymouth Argyle, Aston Villa, the Bristol Rovers. All look terribly handsome, by the way. Blackburn Rovers, West Bromwich Albion Rovers. No, Albion, just West Bromwich Albion, the Manchester City Football Club, and Luton Town. I know, isn't this amazing? Like, look at that. So I met her pounds, which I don't think was enough, but that's all she wanted. I should have bought more of it. Hindsight being 2020. I should have bought more, but she hand beads these, and this is not easy. This is not easy to do. So I had to pick those up and tell her how awesome she was. So I did. I told her how awesome she was. You have a pair of beaded earrings on today on your show. Baby needs shoes. Oh, you were wearing them right now. That is so cool. Is anybody selling any beaded items like that? I wish I had the patience to do that, and also the eyesight. I was looking for miniatures. I spent a lot of time looking for miniatures, and I got these 2 little cars. There's one, it's in blue and white. 2-wheel cars. I got those. I know, very exciting. What else is, oh, I got a grape grape scissors. They're for cutting your grapes. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know why I got so excited about these, but I bought them. They don't have any markings on them. I think if anything, they're silver plate, not silver, because there's no markings on them. Oh, wait, what's that? No, I don't think so. Anyways, I will look these up and learn more about them, but I just thought they were cool grape skizzers. What else did I get? And feel free to ask your questions and share your shows. You don't have to just listen to me nammer on while I pull out all the stuff I bought. What's in here? I did break some things. I love the mini cars too, aren't they? Look at this. Now, this doesn't have a Disney sticker on it, but the sticker was probably removed. But I will look these up first before I sell them on Whatnot to make sure that they're not fakes. Oh, he's got a little boo-boo on his... oh no. Yeah, that's a me accident. That's a me accident because it just flaked off in my hand. Okay, and then there's this little doggy. Isn't he cute? He doesn't seem to have been damaged by me, but Dumbo was. Oh well. Oh well. C'est la vie. And what else? Oh, yeah. I got this. Now it says brass shoe pin cushion. I don't know for sure, but Jen, I was thinking of you when I saw this. I know it's just because it's a shoe. It's a pin cushion, and it was really cute. But I have to look all this stuff up. Hi, Junk Flipper. How are you? Feel free to share your shows and ask any questions you have, because I'm just unwrapping stuff that I bought in England. I got this really cool enameled on, it looks like it's copper underneath. It's hard to tell. It's just a seagull, and I thought it was pretty cute. I paid a whole £2 for that. You know me, I'm a sucker for brooches. I also got this one, which I don't think has any markings on it. No, but I think it is silver plate rather than silver. Anyways, I picked that up, this little brooch, because I thought it was really pretty. Pick that up. You need that pin cushion in your life? All right, I will add that to a show. I'm gonna try and put this stuff up. Just got called a scammer on a show, and they showed my personal... What? Oh, did you report them? Please make sure, please report them if you can. That is not good. Wow, that is not good. I am so sorry, Junk Flipper. That should not happen. Good morning, Thrifting with ADHD. Hi, Pickles. Okay, you sent a report. Awesome. I also got this little owl brooch. I thought it was just kind of cute, so I picked it up because, you know, I can't resist. Oh, oops, I just dropped it on the floor. Actually, it's on the deck. It's not the floor. Okay. Oh, this we actually found in the garage, so I have to look it up. I found it, or no, sorry, the garage. I found this in the garage. It's just a little, it would have been, a lady would have worn this right here. Hey, Indiana Bones, what's up? It would have been right here on your collar if you were an Edwardian lady. And, yeah, howdy to you as well. So, yeah, so it's probably turn of the century, last century, not this century. Thank you, Junk Flipper. So I just think this is so cool. So that has to go over here because I need to look it up some more. Oh, I got this one. I shined a black light on it. Nothing happened. Sad face. But I thought it was super pretty, so I had to get it because look at the back. Isn't that amazing? So like all the light comes through. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, I got this kitty cat. I thought it's probably contemporary. There was the one thing about any word what happens if workers are So IBCC shop, if they say no, Cup W has told their workers before the strike vote started that they would not do rotating or full national strike. They would go back to the negotiation table. So that gives us at least 2 weeks before the talks break down again. So let's say August 2nd, August 3rd, they finally make an announcement, and then they go back to the negotiation table on the 5th or the 6th. And so, count another 2 days. It is a cat. Yeah. It's a little kitty cat, but it's contemporary. But I just thought it was really cute. Is it missing some pieces? It is. Oh no, it's missing like 2 spots that I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice it was missing 2 spots when I bought it. That's how much I was paying attention. And then this one I got. How much did I pay for this one? Oh, £2. Isn't it pretty? Yes, East Ender, I am home now. I am not feeling the greatest, but I'm here. And as soon as I finish this chat and I'm unboxing the stuff that I bought. Thank you. Canadian Indiana Bones 87 says the Canadian Lego seller community is growing. I'm so excited. You guys doing a raid train? And Kin Lady Rescue is in a cat raid train on 9/12, September 12th, right? Not the other way around. I was just in England, so everything's the other way around. And I got this really cute cat. I don't know if the paint is original enamel or not. I think so, but I'm not too sure. I wasn't going to touch it, but it was just a cute, it could be brass. I haven't tested it yet. It doesn't have any markings on it, but I thought it was cute. Morning, Chantel. How are you? Okay, what else is in here? Oh, another box. Yes, definitely organize a raid train for your Lego folks. I think it's a great way to like build the community, right? The community spirit. Okay, this one I got. How much did I pay for this one? £2. You need all the cat stuff from anyone. You're gonna be like me, where I bought like all the rooster stuff for so long. Okay, so I got I didn't even look closely at this. I just bought it on the spot when I was at a thrift store, and then when I got back, I looked at it more and realized that it is actually real stone, and it's a type of marble. And then on the inside, I don't know if you're gonna be able to read it from here, but on the inside, it does have a stamp that says Mira Ola. So I looked it up and it's probably silver. So I need to do a little bit more research on this one just to see, but yeah, I think that was a good find. I think that was a good find of mine. You don't have any, you just have cats. I guess you could, there are people who like, collect cat hair and then they turn it into yarn and then sell that. You could always do that. I bet you've got a lot of cat hair. So you could do that if you want it. I don't know. There was tons of like brassy looking things. So I picked up all the ones that weren't too expensive at the boot sale. So I got this one at a boot sale. A man was, you're not allowed to do that, are you? You're not allowed to sell live animals on here yet. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're allowed to do that. Are you? Are you allowed to sell live animals? I didn't think so. Can you sell live animals on whatnot? Live animals are not, with a few exceptions. They do allow the sale of fish, aquatic snails, coral, lobster, and live bait. What? Okay, I got to read this again. Endangered. Oh, so. Okay, so you cannot sell. It says this includes items derived from domesticated dogs or cats. So then that's out. We freaked out. The mom and dad were on. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's good. Fish. Yeah. I know it seems live animals are not permitted to be offered for sale or given away in most cases. Whatnot permits the sale of fish. This is on Whatnot's actual website. Fish, always if you see an AI answer, double check it. Yes, Shauna could sell us lobsters, I think. Fish, aquatic snails, coral, lobster, and live bait and worms. As a reminder, the sale of any live animal must comply with applicable shipping requirements and all laws and regulations, yada yada, blah blah blah. So, if you would like to buy, time to sell some, yes, Lego fish would be a great idea. Lego fish, Lego worms, live bait. How do you sell live bait? How do you ship? Like, you'd have to install a bubbler in with the minnow. Like, someone's like, you know what? I mean, legally in Ontario, you can't do that. Worms, maybe. Yeah, but live bait wouldn't work in Canada because we have tough regulations. Frozen worms. Ooh. Doesn't, they say live. And then, okay, snails, I guess, are easier. But lobster, too. So there you go. Shauna's Treasures in Art. You can now sell lobster exotic snacks. Snails. And maybe they had to add snails because of the French really loving their escargot or something. I don't think you can even use live bait in Quebec. I'm not too sure about the Quebec regulations, but in Ontario, you're not allowed to like transfer. You can't move minnows very far. Like, there's rules about all fish, moving them. They come back to life when you saw them. Oh, mine never do when I accidentally freeze them in the freezer. All those science kits for kids, you order the ants or the insects. Oh, see, they didn't say insects. You think they would have said insects, or did they not? Oh, maybe there's an insects. Let's ask. Insects. No, that is not what I was. Insects. Oh my God. I keep spelling the wrong word. Ugh. S first, not second. There are no results for insects on Whatnot. Dear Whatnot, add insects to there. You can't tether a dog in Texas. Interesting. Like tether. Like, can you put them on a long lead, or is that like when they do that for hunting dogs? So if they're in your yard and you only want them to go so far, you can't put them on like a long lead. No, because they could. I have one for Romeo when people come over that I don't trust him around, although he's getting better now. He was really, really, really good. Heritage Custom Bricks. Hello, how are you? Good morning. Are you another new Lego seller in Canada? And Whimsy and Wonders Co., you just unlocked a. Congratulations, your life is complete. Thrifting with ADHD, if you're still here, are you, you're probably driving, so don't answer this if you're driving. But are you going live today? I hope you're going live today because she's in her thrifting honey hole today. I got this. I have no idea who made him, but I just thought he was super cute and super tiny. Oh, she's live on another platform. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. There we go. What else did I get? So that's my little sailor guy I got. I tried to go with miniature stuff, obviously, for obvious reasons. I got this. I think it's like perfect for a ring holder on the kitty cat. But I thought that was really cute. And isn't it cute? It's like so adorable. It's slightly heavy. And of course, when I was in the UK, I kept coming across Canadian things. And they thought this was the Star of David, a Canadian Star of David. Is what they kept saying. Oh, you like the Canadian Star of David? It does kind of look like the Star of David. So I understand their confusion. But yeah, so 1967 Canadian Centenary brooch. I got that. Easy to date. And then I got this little bulldog that's wearing a flag outfit. His name is Spike. He was born the 30th of September. Okay, Blue Jay, shut up. Don't need to announce it to the world. So in 1967, that was our no, enough. Eat your food and go away. In 1967, that was our centenary in Canada, and this was the logo for the centenary because we had all kinds of things going on. And so let me see if I can find you. 1967 Canada. So this was it was a full color. It was colored like this. And it was meant to represent the cultural mosaic that Canada is, with all the different colors making up one, from many one. But like that we all have our distinct cultures and traditions, but we all work together as one country. So so all of these were colored in with different colors. So that was our centenary logo, because in Canada, we got to have logos for everything. I had a logo for my wedding. I got a logo made for my wedding. We're like that. Hey, Alabama Matthew, how are you? I laid on my new kitten, and I did CPR for 20 minutes. And yay! Oh my goodness! Yay! I'm so glad that you rescued it. That is very scary, though, kitten lady. And I got another dog, metal dog. Good morning, Alabama Matthew. What's up? Hey, Taylor Studio and Cranny. Good morning. How are you doing? Okay, what else do I got here? Oh, I got it. I got a teensy tiny wabbit. So adding that, I'm all about the miniatures, which are very hard to find in thrift stores. And their thrift stores are so different. They're so different. So I got this. Okay, so it does have damage on it right here. It got broken right there. But I thought it was just such a really pretty trinket box that I had to pick it up. Little jewelry casket. 3-legged jewelry casket with an error, but it was very pretty. So it needs a bath. It has got mostly dirt. There's 3 more cards. There's Portsmouth, Blackpool, and Stoke City Football Club also. I missed that because they fell down into this bag. Hey, yes, dear. I got your message. Sorry I didn't answer. Yeah, that's no problem. I totally understand and love you. And I'm glad to hear you're getting something done. So I love you. I'm finally on. And I got this cute little Sphinx kitty cat that also, there was a lot of cats going on. Yeah, there will be. You know what always happens, especially since as soon as I finish this, I got to do the raid train message and then get to the auction site. Cats and collies. I am back in Canada now. Yes. I also got this little trinket box. It's very heavy, actually. So I don't know what it's made of, and I have to look it up and learn more about it. But yeah, I am finally home. I'm finally back in my backyard on my deck. So there were these kept just popping up in my face everywhere I went. Yeah, I went to a lot of thrift stores, Miss Chris, or charity shops. Here's some of my receipts. We're just not going to look at those. There's so many kitty cats here. So I will be putting these into a future auction. Oh gosh, this is so much fun. So, I was at the Clifton car boot sale, which is like people come and they drive up with their cars and they open up the boot, which is the trunk of their car, and take out stuff and you show it up. This will be you in France next year. Yes, absolutely. They have so many cool places to go, and you should talk to Darren at Thriftworks to get some suggestions, because he's amazing. I took an extra. I thrifted an extra suitcase to fit everything, and I am an excellent packer. I can pack like nobody's business. So, this guy I was talking with this guy, and he showed me a couple other things that I haven't pulled up yet. Oh my goodness, kitten lady, that's scary. Your husband too. Okay. is good to know. Okay. Yay. So I was chatting with him, and then obviously he could tell that I was Canadian. Thankfully, everyone assumed that I was Canadian. Oh, your husband packs well. um, so I found one thing that was Canadian, and I showed him, and I was talking about it, and all of a sudden, his friend went and said, "Hang on, let me look. I think there's something over here," and they pulled out this, which says Sarnia, Canada on it, and it's got the 1967 logo for our centenary. Open this up. Look. It's like a travel booze set. Now you could use it for whatever you want. And then on the other side, it says, "Drink little that ye may drink long. Drink little that ye may drink long." So basically, like, drink a little bit, make it last longer, right? So how cool is that? Sarnia. And it does say on the bottom, it's all leather, and it does say on the bottom, "Handmade in Canada." I brought it home. I brought it home to Canada. And I just thought it was like the cutest thing ever. I haven't seen one here, so maybe somebody else has, because it is, I mean, it was a Canadian thing. And then I got this, I'm going to keep this, I'm keeping. It's a little imp on a rock, and it just says Bristol. And the imp represents my husband. He doesn't look like that, but the imp represents my husband. So I got that. And then what else is, there's probably more in here that I got from this one guy. I bought a lot from this one guy. I had so much fun talking to people. Although I have to say, dear England, do better. You have way too many, I encountered way too many racists in your country. Do better. Do better. I was very disappointed in a lot of people that I met. Okay, this is a whole set. So hang on. And I was like in the thrift store, and I said, I'm not going to get this. Someone else needs to get it. I did one of those like announcements to the people in the charity shop, like, "This is really good. Someone buy this so I don't buy this." Hi, Mary Lack. How are you? Yes, I am back. I'm finally back. Okay, so this is one piece out of the set. Yeah, there were tons of race. Like, there was a lot of racism. It's not as culturally diverse as in Canada's cultural diversity is a lot higher. Like, we have a lot more people of different colors and races here in Canada. Like, the percentage of whites versus everybody else is a lot, like, there's less whites percentage wise. And that I didn't realize that. I always thought, I always just had this picture in my head that England, had more, because the colonies and everything else, that they would have more diversity there. I was incorrect because I looked it up. So yeah, you can look at the stats, but they just are like, I just encountered so many people, and I would just like, and I don't know why they thought, like, I was always dressed with like funky glasses and trying to wear like cool funky things that would indicate that I'm like a little bit more progressive perhaps, but they would still say things to me as if I was going to agree with them. And I tried to be as polite as possible. They're they have a real issue with immigration, which is ridiculous because they don't make enough children. Like, they need to procreate more if they like. Yes. Elton John has a house in Coburg, just 45 minutes from me. My kids grew up not seeing color, and when my son hangs with my mother in her winter home, the things they say drive him nuts. And it's, yeah. Anyway, hey, Pixie Dust Treasures, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. So everyone share your shows while I show. Okay, so this is like one piece out of this set. It's a little mustard container, because Whale King, what's up? Rabbit, hello. I think this is the base. So this is like a 4-piece set. Oh, there's a little chippy. Ugh. Seriously, Kim, I did not have enough bubble wrap. Okay, so we have a little chippy now. Ugh. Anyways, so there's salt, mustard, and pepper, which is pretty much your standard in England. I know. So it's got the little cute little base for the owls. The mustard guy goes in the middle. And then let me see if I can find the rest. Pixie Dust Treasure says, I have 2 shows today. One is an everything miscellaneous show, and tonight is a crystal show. Oh my gosh, that sounds like fun. Okay, and then I got this, which I'm going to keep. It says Puckle Church. Puckle Church, which is a little town just outside or like in the greater Bristol area. And every time I see it, when I see it on a map, I giggle. So when I saw that on a piggy bank, I had to buy it. Because that's who I am. Hello, American Honey and True North Collectibles and SJ Mercs. Hello. So feel free to share your shows and ask your questions while I'm doing this. Okay, so this is probably the pepper. He's a cute little, put him over there. So there's the salt, as you can guess. There's a salt and there's a pepper. But am I going to be able to unwrap them at the same time? Oh, yes, I am. Okay. Hang on. Yes, everybody follow and bookmark each other. Oh, this guy managed to arrive all right. You wish you could go anywhere? When you got kitty cats, it's hard to leave them, isn't it? Okay, so here's the set. The jet lag is bad, even though it's just more. It's not necessarily jet lag because I kind of gained hours. Oops. Turn around, buddy. Show your feet. So isn't it cute? I had to pick it up. It was so cute. Good question, Dave. So, Kid Lady Rescue is going to do a pop-up jewelry show today, maybe. And yesterday's binge watching Heartland, which is filmed in Canada. I know, isn't it sweet? It's a very sweet show. Dave from Alberta asks, is it a good idea to allow verified buyers only, or does that exclude too many? I've never turned on verified buyers, but it depends on what category you're going to be selling in. So if you're going to do gold, bullion, expensive sports cards, high collectible stuff where the value is high, I would go with verified buyers, because then you're not going to get people bidding who then don't have a proper payment system set up. Good morning, Team Goofy. How are you? Vox Wah, good morning. So, yeah, verified buyers is a good idea in certain categories. I would highly recommend it. Like, I would not be a luxury seller and not turn on verified buyers. I would not be a gold and bullion seller without turning on verified buyers. If you're selling quality jewelry, like expensive jewelry, I would turn on verified buyers. Yes, a lot of slightly pricier items. Those now there are some sellers who've been burned by people who have bid and then it's fallen through because they're not verified, so their payment doesn't go through, and then they don't bother to set up and they just abandon ship. So they turn on verified buyers. I think in the long run it doesn't make too much of a difference, so I just don't turn it on. But it doesn't stop non-verified buyers from coming into your show. It just means that they can't. They only verify for $20. So it doesn't mean that they can't be in your show. It just means they can't bid unless they get verified. Oh, I love this one. This is the Charm of Creamware, England. But it was so cute because it's a little Yorkie. Baby Needs To says, how do you keep track of your inventory? A spreadsheet or software? I don't keep track of my inventory. Who here keeps track of their inventory, and what do you use to keep track of your inventory for Baby Needs Shoes? Because I don't, so I'm not helpful. The pile. Yeah, pile A, pile B, or I have that item is in the storage unit 1. Card Cycle rating with a party of 8. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our Canadian chat show. Thank you so much for the raid. Everyone, please follow Card Cycle. And Card Cycle, feel free to talk about your shows and what you do. And everybody else who's come in, feel free to talk about your shows and what you do. We're just answering questions right now. Baby Needs Shoes was asking, how do you keep track of your inventory? Spreadsheet or software? What do you use? So Pixie Dust Treasures uses List Perfectly, which is an app, I think. You're going to have to tell me more. Dave does what I do, which is a pile. And Thrifting with ADHD, how was your show? And yes, Dave from Alberta had been asking about whether verified buyers works, and Yester says some believe it keeps trolls out. I had one troll in all my time, so I don't know if it's that's why or not. I do use verified. Interesting. I rarely get trolls in my shows. Very very rare. And it used to be, it was more like during like school season. I don't know why they would come in and bother me, but maybe it's the glasses or something. Um, yeah. Pixie Dust Treasure says I use List Perfectly for inventory and for cross posting. Team Goofy says show tomorrow close to my premiere shop. Oh my god, that's awesome. De-Archivist preaches that, or did 2 years ago. Yeah, using List Perfectly. There's a few other apps that you can use for inventory and cross promotion is a really good idea, especially if you're on multiple platforms. I highly recommend it. Okay, Thrifting with ADHD is heading out. Fork House Finds, hello, how are you? Says I keep track of sales on Excel. Inventory, no, but just yeah. Oh, and then Alabama Matthew says, how do you know it's a troll? I had the one that was making racist remarks and I thought troll. Usually, I mean, a troll for me, my definition of a troll is anybody who comes in to cause trouble or to be inappropriate on purpose. That's a troll. So, yeah, someone who comes in and makes racist remarks, homophobic remarks, sexist remarks, troll. Trolly troll. They have no other life and they're very sad and lonely and pathetic. The end. So yeah, block, report, kick out of the show. Ms. Chris, this and that uses Excel. Okay, that's good to know. And Millicent says De-Archivist offers a discount code for 6 months of Vendu too. Vendu's a really great app, I've heard, for Americans. I don't know if it works that well for Canadians. And Donna found some more of those little children's books for youth thrifting with ADHD. That's awesome. Pixie Dust Treasure says, feel free to message me about List Perfectly. I don't want to self-promote and fill the chat with everything I can do, but I do have a referral code. Okay, perfect. Yes. So everyone, if you want to learn more about how to use List Perfectly to be able to track your inventory, and does it work? Does it automatically put stuff into Whatnot, or does it just keep track of it? That's what I'm curious about. Power Up Pop, what's up? John Cox, good morning. Yes, Dear 319. Yes, Kitten Lady Rescue was telling us about that. Yesterday someone was live selling dogs. Lots of us reported it was nuts. Yeah. You know what? Dear Whatnot. Hi, how you doing? How are things? Why are you approving every forking person who applies to sell? Because that's what it feels like. Someone just says, I'd really like to try it out. And so I don't have any experience with selling, and I don't really know how to work a computer, and I want to sell my dogs that are illegally tied up in my backyard. A bot warned him from Whatnot, but he still. Why would the bot? So if a bot knew, if the bot was scanning and said, "This is a warning, you need to stop," what they cut other people's shows off. Why did Dallas? Oh, good. The Dallas SPCA was there in 30 minutes. Good. You know what? Dear Whatnot, you shut down someone's show because of you shut down shows mid-show all the time. But when the shows are actually valid, actually validly need to be shut down right away, they don't seem to get shut down. It has a person. I'm not sure it was a real bot. Oh, I see. Okay, so it just looked like a bot. Skunkcore asked, do they allow pet shows in general? I've seen betta fish and other animals on here. So I looked it up, and because we were talking about it, and I went, I don't know, like that doesn't seem to make any sense. Why would they do that? Let's see if we can. Whatnot animal policy. Animal policy. I'm typing very slow this morning. Oops, I don't want images. I want the actual thing. Okay, animal related policies. You can find this at help.whatnot.com. Um, Live animals are not permitted to be offered for sale or given away in most cases. Whatnot permits the sale of fish, aquatic snails, coral, lobster, and live bait and worms. But with the sale of any live animal, you must comply with applicable shipping requirements and all laws and regulations applicable in both the jurisdiction of your business and of your buyer's jurisdiction, including obtaining any relevant permits or licenses. So, yes, you cannot. Also, you cannot sell endangered or threatened animals. Any parts, items derived from endangered or threatened animals. No whale blubber or similar, like whale candles. No, nothing made from domesticated cats and dogs. So my idea of making yarn out of cat fur is out. Ivory or bone from ivory producing animals, including narwhal, dugong, elephant, hippopotamus, orca, sperm whale, walrus, warthog, and woolly mammoth. No woolly mammoth. And animals otherwise prohibited or protected by applicable laws. And now my phone has officially died. So no, but fish are okay. Some people worked hard to apply back in the day, I thought, and yet now the weirdest things just saunter in. Dave, you're different. No, I mean when I applied 2.5 years ago, I had to fill in an application form. Then I followed up with more pictures and more information because there's never enough space on any form if I have to fill it out. So I added more information that I was an auctioneer, et cetera, and more pictures of my inventory, and I got approved. Other people didn't get approved because they didn't show enough inventory. Now, and then there was an onboarding process you also had to go through. You just didn't get automatically, congratulations, you can now do a live show. Like, you had to go through onboarding first, and it's changed. The Whatnot said, it appears you are selling live animals, which is not allowed. But the pic on the profile was a personal picture, so it was questionable. Interesting, though. No, Team Goofy, you can't sell your ex. I'm sorry. He was trying to get people to call him and buy off site. He gave out a phone number and said he would meet. Ew. Yeah, sorry, Skunk Court. Your Woolly Mammoth show is out now. I know you were interested, but sorry, no more Woolly Mammoth show. Everybody, please cancel your future Woolly Mammoth show. Yeah, Natural State High says we used to have to show proof of our inventory and the fact, and can we, like, you had to prove that you had inventory plus that you could easily source more inventory. Like, they didn't just take anybody. Back when like a year before that, you had to get interviewed. Like, there was an interview process, and now it's totally different. Kitten Lady Rescue make a good point. She says, I'm glad that the dog abuser came on here. Otherwise, those dogs would still be tied outside with no water. Skunk Core says, I got approved with very, very little requirements. Yeah, I mean, I think that those of us who are going to work hard on the app are willing to work hard to apply. Does that make sense? Like, it shows that you have a work ethic if you go through the process of applying. So Rebecca Relics, are there good cross-listing app for Canadians? I have not seen one that works on all platforms, but then I don't sell on a lot of platforms. Is anybody from Canada? Is anybody here from Canada who could tell us if there's an app that they use for cross-listing that works for them in Canada? There's a lot of ones that work great in the US, but because I know, like, the one that I tried to use, I don't know if it was Vendu or something, it wouldn't let me list to eBay because it was eBay US and not eBay Canada. And I set up my account in eBay Canada. Not that I bother with eBay anymore. Sell it as oh, good. Okay, that is good news. Sunshine Stros, they don't do an onboarding the same way anymore. No, not the same way as they used to. Dallas called me back and they were there because he gave his name and address. I mean, yeah. Okay, I'm going to try and catch up here. Hi, Momos. Yes, I'm a Canadian seller. I'm in Hastings, Ontario. Someone came into Living Bliss show. Hey, they make me smile. Oh my gosh, Erica, thank you for the raid. I love you so much. Sorry, I'm like so far behind on the chat. Thank you for the raid. Everyone, please follow my friend Erica. They make me smile. I love you so much. We're talking about a bunch of things, including the fact that there was somebody on the app who was trying to sell live dogs, but they ended up getting reported. My husband was approved simply because he was a consistent buyer. It was kind of wild. He didn't even have to do onboarding. I applied after and did. Weird. Isn't that weird? I mean, I think that if you've been on the app for a while, I think it's smart that they send you a message and say, hey, it looks like you buy a lot. You probably have inventory. Do you want to sell since you like the app so much? I think that's like people who've been on the app for a while, they're going to be more successful on the app because they already kind of by watching shows, you learn how to do shows. So I think that's how it worked. Hello, Frugal Culture and Valerie's. And how are you doing? They make me smile. I love you. Rebecca's Relics. Yeah, let's check it out in the Discord. We do have a Canadian Discord, so let's see if we can find it. Sunshine Source. I'm now 60 and tired after shows, so I only do raid trains. Raid trains are a lot of fun and a really great way to do shows. I am still using Canada Post. It's all good. You can use Canada Post right now. I agree that onboarding should be a minimum requirement. Dave from Alberta says that was me. Consistent buyer approval, kind of wild. No questions asked. Just a button. Apply. You're now approved. Yeah, baby needs shoes. That may be why you got approved. Yeah, because it's like, but I mean that makes sense to me because at least you already get the app. Like you understand how it works. Canada Post expensive? It depends on where you live, but Canada Post is the prices have gone down a lot, and a lot of Canadian sellers also use Chit Chats as another option. I don't use Chit Chats just because it's a 35-minute drive for me, so I only use Chit Chats in some shows when I know I'm going to be going to Peterborough in a couple of days' time, so it's worth it. Ms. Kristinette says I was invited as a buyer, but still had to do onboarding. I think the manpower, the person power for onboarding isn't there right now, and I think that's the reason. Yeah, as Kitten Lady Rescue said. Here's another cat I found. I'm showing off I was there a year beforehand and I had 1,500 followers. I still had to show inventory along with doing onboarding and now have 5K following. That's awesome. Yes, Momos. It's Whatnot does decide which company we use. It's either in Canada, our choices are Canada Post or Chit Chats. In the United States, it's USPS. Yes, I agree, Millicent. Yes, and as Millicent says on the Whatnot app, if you go to YouTube and search for Whatnot app, that's the official Whatnot channel. Follow them and then check out they have a playlist called Whatnot Sellers, and that's all the awesome Whatnot Sellers shows. And there's a Whatnot Sellers show today at 2 p.m. So if you want to come back and hang with me for a few minutes, we're going to raid into them. And your daughter just clicked a button and started selling. Yeah, I mean, I think there also has to be some fairness in the process, but I understand that they're trying to increase the number of sellers on Whatnot, because the more sellers you have, the more likely you have buyers, and et cetera, and it just kind of algorithm notes in your shop. Okay, good to know. All right, so I got some more brooches. This one I really love. Haven't looked it up yet. It did have, I have to clean it up because somebody at some point glued some little beads on it. And so I have to clean that up because it is not what was original to the piece. And it was just kind of ugly. So I have to clean that one up. I also got this one that also needs a cleanup. When U.S. buyers buy from Canada sellers, what currency do they see on their app? They see Canadian dollars with a conversion. They see a conversion. Oh, thank you, Millicent. Coming up, today is growing your Whatnot community and then sell and grow. There are so many awesome shows that Whatnot Sellers is doing. Thank you so much, Millicent. Everyone follow Whatnot Sellers. And then I got this one, and I haven't looked this up, but it seems to be French. It's, as far as I know, it's glass, but I have to look into it more. I have to give it a good clean, and then I have to look into it more, but I thought that was just gorgeous. So I picked that up. And it does have an imprint, but it's been worn down from wear, so I don't know how old it is. Anyways, I got that too. All right, so feel free to ask your questions. Oh, thank you. Hey, Valerie's Corner. For example, look down at the item she has pinned. It says Canadian dollars and then a dollar amount. Yes. Shop Bijou Chic. Good morning. How are you? Okay, so share your shows. Everyone share your shows. If you're a seller, just throw out your emojis if you want to. If you don't want to type in your show, here's a hint for what to do. Good morning, Valerie's. What's the best way to join a Canadian raid train? Get on our Discord. So if you go to my show notes, I know there's a lot to read there, but if you scroll down, you'll see the information about how to join our unofficial Whatnot Canada Discord, and that's where we post where there's raid trains that are coming up, and the links on how to get into them is all there. Ms. Chris This and That is a seller. Everyone, please follow Ms. Chris This and That, and Valerie's Corner is a seller. Please follow her. If everybody follows everybody, you got 27 new followers. Oh, no problem. Baby needs shoes. I used to be, I was in England, so I wasn't able to be on every morning like I wanted to, like I was hoping to. I'm going, and I haven't scheduled all my shows for August yet. It's the end of July, August. So I'll be back on tomorrow morning. I'm on every morning, Monday through Saturday. And then I also do a Monday night show as well. I had to cancel or move my Monday night show that was about raid trains. It's going to move a couple of Mondays away. I'm sorry, everybody. Sunshine Stross, 64. I'm part of Texas Sellers Raid Train on Saturday, July 26th, 1:30 p.m. Central. Both Texas and non-Texas items. Store is loaded. We'll add more today. Please come hang out. Oh, that's awesome. Bookmark and come hang out. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I will look into that. I love you. They make me smile. I will check that out. So I got this cute little trinket dish, porcelain de Paris. It needs a wash, but I just thought it was really pretty with all the fleurs on it. So I got that. I'm almost at the bottom of this. I'm almost at the bottom. Oh, I got these two little Queen Mary and King George little pins. That was probably, I'll have to look at the date of the picture of them to figure out when they were created and used, but it's probably for some coronation celebration. Now, this was part of my mother-in-law's collection. It is, so I'm not going to be selling it, but I will be consulting my jewelry folks in the Discord because some of these fluoresce in an interesting way. So I want to, under a black light, so I want to talk to you and learn more. And I got this as well. It's an older piece. Very pretty. It was the lady that I bought it from. It was her nan's. It was her grandma's. So I paid a little bit more because I felt guilty for buying her grandma's stuff. I also got this one. I don't think it's just marked 1337. It does have some missing gold on it, but it's still quite pretty. Momo says, I was just worried that U.S. buyers bid on products, but they see a number thinking it's U.S. currency, but it's Canadian dollars instead. So, yeah, that is an issue where American buyers, it's hard. Not everybody is used to cross-border buying in the United States. So, sometimes they are going to just, the perception is that it's like $6 when US instead of it being $6 Canadian. So they don't, even though the conversion is there, not everybody's brain is trained to understand that. So it may take some time in your shows if you're an out of US seller to explain a little bit in each show about conversion, or when someone asks, answer them. And yeah, I think you just need to do a little bit of buyer education every once in a while, but don't fill up your show with it. Don't waste too much of your time. And Valerie's Corner says, what not converts it on our side, so the amount we see is the amount we actually pay. Yeah, so it'll say like $6 Canadian, and then it'll have the US underneath. And if you go into a US show, you're going to see the opposite. You're going to see a Canadian conversion rate now when you go into a US show, which is great for us Canadian buyers. They make me smile. Erica asks a very important question. How do you feel about international shipping on giveaways? I have never done one before. Okay, so if you are a huge seller, like if you are Joe Hollywood or I don't know, some other big seller, I can only think of Joe Hollywood right now. And go away, bug. And you're doing giveaways and you've got international buyers in the room and you can afford it, then you should do international giveaways. If you're the average US seller on Whatnot, an international giveaway is going to cost you like $20. If somebody from outside of the US wins, it's going to cost you $20 to ship that thing. Like if you're shipping stickers, it's like what, 73 cents, 93 cents that you're paying to ship that sticker to the US. As far as I'm concerned, as soon as those shipping rates went up so high from US to Canada, because when Whatnot first started, it was quite low. I really encourage Canadians not to make people feel guilty about not doing international giveaways because it is so expensive. So yeah, you're not a choice. So my suggestion is, unless you're like high level premier shop, don't worry about international giveaways. If somebody complains, just apologize and say, I'm sorry, but I can't afford to ship it to you because I have to pay the shipping and I can't afford that. Just be blunt. Be blunt and just say, I'm sorry, but I can't afford that. So I don't do international ship. And you know what? Tell them to go talk to me because I'll give them a lecture on like, hey, you know what? If it was you and you had to pay $20 in shipping, you wouldn't want to do it either. In Canada, for Canadian sellers, the difference in price between shipping to someone in Canada versus shipping to someone in the US is the same, or actually in some cases less than. Sometimes if I shipped like a little brooch to somebody in Canada as a giveaway, it's going to cost me $19 Canadian. It is what it is. And it might be only cost me $6 to ship it to the States. So, it's like I do international giveaways on the hope that maybe I might luck out. I never do. And Murphy's Law is it goes to the most expensive. The person farthest away from me wins. But I always do international giveaways. If I'm doing giveaways, I do international giveaways. I used to do like 2 Canadian giveaways and 2 international giveaways, and then Canadians would win all 4 giveaways. So I'm like, I might as well just open it up to everybody all the time because in the end, it all washes out. But here's the thing, Erica. I think that giveaways have had their time, and that with the rewards that we can give to our viewers with coupons and with our rewards club, I think giveaways are going to become more and more a thing of the past. So as far as I'm concerned, my raid trains do not require you to do a giveaway. Why? Because I'd rather you just sell. I seriously think that like if you're entertaining enough, people will stay in the room for 5 minutes to watch you sell stuff. I find a lot of sellers waste those 5 minutes of a giveaway talking about themselves and introducing themselves and chitter chatting instead of just effing sell something. just run something. Like when I get raided, when I'm in a show and then we raid into someone else, I just want to scream out, like, just run. It's like, shut up and run something. But I can't say that. So I'll just say, run something, or I'll say, run baby run, which people don't understand. So like just run something, run something. Don't do dollar starts unless you can afford to, like, I think there are different ways. And yeah, there's going to be people who are going to complain. You're right, Dave. There are people who think, and there are certain categories where there is currently still an expectation of giveaways. But you know what? I think we need to help support smaller sellers who are starting out on this app, who can't afford giveaways and say, you know what? Giveaways aren't necessary in order to be successful and whatnot. And if the only way that you're going to keep people in your room is if you're giving away massive things, then like you better be selling massive things at the same time. Like every time you do a giveaway that's worth $10, you should be selling in that 5 minutes 250, 300, $500. Like if you can't do that, that is a really bad return on investment if you're just going to give something away. And Values Corner says, I'm in the US and I see the Canadian currency, then below it will be the conversion for US currency. Yes, thank you. Everyone who purchases from me gets some sort of small gift in their order, says East Ender Resales. Yeah, I think that's a nice gesture too. At the same time, to be honest, I love the little gifts that I get, but it's not what I expect because I just want I want what I bought, right? And I'm just, a little handwritten note that just says thank you so much is enough for me. Like just write a little heart and say thank you, and that's enough for me. I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that because at the end of the day, your margins are probably lower on whatnot, and so you got to think about that. Like how much more extra am I gonna give away, right? I just hope US buyers bid up using their own currency and not look at our crappier dollar. They're going to bid up with our currency. They're going to bid up. They're going to be bidding 10, 20, 30. But the thing is that like if you want to get the equivalent of $10 US for an item, then start it at the equivalent of $10 US for an item. You don't need to start at $1 or $2 on whatnot. Start at the price that's best for your business and fork the rest of the people who are like, if you can't afford to run a deficit for months and months, then don't do $1 or $2 starts. Hard to compete bidding against them. Who's them? Sorry. US buyers are finally figuring out the conversion is huge savings for them. Hard to compete. Yeah. There's a lot of, I think the US buyers, because they were so used to us having Canadian dollars, that it's taken some time. But you know what? You're always going to have people who are going to be confused about anything. This is what I've learned in 52 years. There's always somebody who doesn't understand something. But the majority of people do understand it. So you just kind of have to go with the majority and help out people who are having a little bit harder time understanding things. All right, I'm almost done unpacking. And then we can go because my battery is running low and I didn't put it on charge because I'm an idiot. This was from my mother-in-law's collection. Little trinket box. It's really cute. They thought it was super valuable. It's not. So one thing, does anybody else do like the one thing that I hate about being an auctioneer and a reseller is bursting people's bubbles about what the value is. Hey, Naked Maple, what's up? How are you? Values Corner says, I buy from Canadian sellers because the shipping is pretty much the same and the conversion makes it a really good deal. Yeah, because it's like, what is it, $1.30 something now? Hopefully that stays that way for you and your dollar stays strong. I want your dollar to stay strong because I want your country to stay strong, but I also want to send you lots of love because holy crap, there's so much going on. While I was away, so much happened. Holy cow. By the way, I'm just going to say it. Epstein. I'm not going to stop talking about it. Okay. And the final thing that I have to show you, the last thing. Look at this. I bought it for £4. It's Blue Mountain Pottery. Momos, yeah. You know what? Come in here, ask your questions. That's what we're here for. You can also join our Discord. It's in my show notes. About 27% off right now for US. Yeah, it's a big deal. So I have another. I know. I was in the store and my husband was shopping with me and I started giggling. I did leave other Canadian pottery behind. I managed to leave other Canadian pottery behind, but seriously, I don't actually have one of these. Of all the BMP I have, I do not have one of these. So I had to get him, but I will be listing him on Whatnot. But I had to get him. And then I wasn't too sure whether or not he was Blue Mountain, but then I looked him up and he is. So I know, isn't he so cute? And he's Blue Mountain. And it was only £4, which is like $8 Canadian-ish. give or take. Oh, can I recommend a Canadian snack seller? I need some of your Kit Kats, Coffee Crisp, and Bounty bars. Every once in a while, I will go shopping, grocery shopping for you if you need stuff. Oh, I didn't unwrap this. What is this? Oh no, I did unwrap it. Never mind. But yeah, does anybody know anybody who's a Canadian who sells Canadian snacks? Anybody want to list somebody? Coffee Crisps are the best. And Arrow Mint. Have you tried Arrow Mint? That's one of my favorites is Arrow Mint. But there's quite a few. I think if you look up what category do I sell in most? Usually deal hunting, estate sales, storage unit finds, to be honest, because that's usually sometimes books. I'm all over the place. Erica, I'm so all over the place. My variety. Yeah, what I need is like, I don't have a category. Like I need my own category called Kim, which is just insanity. Cheesies. Yes. Cheesies from, oh dear. Lily, you're making funny noises out of your rear end. That's not good. I gave her some treats when I got back. I probably gave her too much. I'm holding a coffee crisp right now, but it's mine. The Americans that oh yes, ketchup chips, hickory sticks, the cheesies that are made in Belleville, which is just an hour away from me. Those are all like major, sorry for the sound effects that Lily is doing right now. Those are all really important snacks that need to be in your repertoire. Hawkins, yes, Hawkins cheesies. They are the best. They are the best. Okay, I need to read into someone because like my battery is running low. So let's see. I'm gonna ask the whatnot gods who they suggest. Kit Kats always mess up. Yeah, they are totally different, aren't they? You know what? We're gonna go into Philly Flipper because I haven't annoyed him in a while. So we're gonna go check out Paul, Philly Flipper. We're gonna be rating into him. He's doing a $20,000 collection liquidation, which sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, it's true, Valerie. You're right. Canadian Kit Kats taste a lot better. I love you guys so much. I'm not going to do a show tonight. I'm going to move that to another Monday. But I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I will see you. So we're going to raid everyone, spam the chat with lots of emojis. And remember, his name isn't Paul, it's Eli. Just saying. Only he understands that, but he and I have this thing. Anyways, just say hi and give him a bunch of love. Okay? I love you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye.